good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday's market SITREP or situation report here at TGO, Top Gun Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, and really enjoying the comments on the GQ episode of the breakdown that I did. Remember, this is only phase one, so I did Pearl Harbor, Top Gun. You gotta stay tuned for part two. I think they're releasing it next month in June, where I review Iron Eagle. I spare no quarter, man. So go take a look at the GQ breakdown. It's fighter pilot breaks down flying scenes from movies, and it's on GQ. It's already got almost 149,000 views, man. I feel like a Jonas brother, except a man. So here we go. You know, this is Nancy Pelosi calls Trump morbidly obese. Cuck Cavuto from Fox News, his face just melted off yesterday when he heard that the president is taking hydrochloroquine. I love when he says China and hydrochloroquine in the same sentence. I mean, seriously, what do you, Joe Scarborough, I doubt that the president's taking that. And all the liberals in the media, their faces are melting off because the president's taking this and zinc as a preemptive measure. How do you think the conversation went, folks? Do you think, hey, I want to take this, White House doctor? No, it'll kill you. No, I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, well, we like Pence anyway, so go ahead, dude. I mean, seriously, did you read the White House doctor's letter? I mean, this is where our country is, man. It's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. We got 40 million Americans out of work, and we got our politicians going at each other. We got Republicans trying to open up states and get people back to work. We got Democrats wanting to keep people locked down. Of course, through the election, right? Maybe after the election, they'll open up their economies and let people out of their houses. It's a disgrace. New Jersey's a disgrace. This Belmar gym owner opened up again today. I mean, it's the Hitler Youth of the police. It's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace what's going on in this country. And I never thought I'd see. At least we know who the Redcoats would get support from today. Anyway. So interesting rip your face off market rally yesterday, right? S&P 500, Dow, everything. 1,000-point rise in the Dow. Why did we see a 1,000-point rise in the Dow? Well, we got a vaccine. Well, no, we really didn't. If you dig into it, we didn't. But any kind of good news like that, I told you to buy with both hands, right? If you heard the V word, vaccine word, so Moderna kind of came out with good, bad news, and the stock just had this rip your face off rally. And then after the rally, they sold a bunch of their stock. So that should not give you that much of a confidence. Starting to see a little bit more of that too. Fearing an imminent top, companies are flooding the market with stock for sale after the close. After we get these rip your face off rallies, looks like some companies are kind of bailing out here. Interesting day so far. We had the Federal Reserve Chairman and Secretary Mnuchin, Treasury Secretary, testifying via Zoom. Just doesn't get the same thing is like it wasn't dead, but you know what I mean, an in-person interview, right, with the whole gotchas and Mr. Chairman, this and that, and it just, connectivity issues and people, you're looking at what's in the background at their house and what's hanging on the wall and the shelf. It didn't work, but we have seen a failure of the S&P to get above that 3,000. It really seems like 2950 is the ceiling here. So 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. That's a triple top, right? Triple top, double bottom. Look at that little W. Here's a W right there. And I said if we hit 3,000 or this 200-day moving average with any airspeed, that's a bullish sign. Doesn't matter what's going on in the economy, folks. 100,000 Americans could be out of work. We hit this, it's going to rip right through it, folks. Again, for the 9 millionth time, maybe you do a shot every time I say this, or you'd probably be dead. But the market is not the economy. Look at it. The economy's awful, and there's the stock market. I'm talking about technical indicators or momentum trading and all sorts of other stuff, as people still haven't gotten, in the state of Florida here, unemployment. They filed like 2-3 months ago, and they still haven't gotten any unemployment benefits. So not good, but at the end of the day, that's what I'm here to do, is take advantage of this market. right? Whether it's going up, down, or sideways. Bank of America came out with their global fund manager survey for May, and what did it say? They don't think this rally is for real. Hey, folks, trade the market you have, not the one you want. Right, I get it, man. I get that you got to trade with your head, not your heart. Your heart's saying the economy sucks, unemployment, and businesses. Oh my God, anarchy, government locking us down. Trade with your head, though. The head is in charge here, folks, and the head has to see that there's only. I mean, look at this. 2/3 of fund managers say the stocks are still in a bear market. They're wrong. We're up 32% from the lows of March. So the people are throwing the it's a bear market rally on the top of this. I get it, folks, but you don't want another leg down. If there's another leg down in this market, we won't retest the March lows. We'll go right through it, and it has to be something horrific. In the absence of just absolutely horrific, a single horrific event or multiple, like right back to back, nobody cares, folks. The market is going higher. Jerome Powell, Steve Mnuchin, and Donald Trump are three dudes who have promised to either succeed or die trying to get this economy back on track and keep the stock market up. That's all you have to know. I mean, seriously, I kind of feel bad for this guy here, Buffett, but he's out in my recycling bin with all my old investing picks. He can't find value in this market. Why? Because it's fake. It's propped up. Now, folks, don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't like it. If you saw me in 2008 at the Options News Network in the Chicago Board of Trade at the height of the financial crisis, what did I say? I said, let it burn. We have got to there has to be hell, right? Capitalism without bankruptcy or failure is like Catholicism without hell. It doesn't work. But we didn't listen. Right? I told you, I warned of this moral hazard coming one day when this was going to happen, and I was right. Not just about the virus, but about when you have a Fed chief saying, "We printed digitally. Pfft, I got cash, baby." How? I just make it up. We print it digitally, and we can do a lot more. So, folks, how are you bearish? Somebody explain to me how you're bearish in a market where there's $10 trillion getting ready to slosh around in this market. Somebody tell me, unless you're working out 10 times a day, you ain't strong enough to fight the Fed. Don't do it. It will be extremely dangerous for you if you try and fight the Fed. So like I said, in the absence of just horrific data, market's going to go up. Today we talked about legging into an iron condor on JP Morgan. I got filled on the bear call spread, the 93 and a half. Still working on the 15 cents. Still working clearly on the bull put spread. As the market's given back a little here, Dow's down maybe 100 points. I think we're going to take some froth out of this market. Still working in Apple. Covered call, which we'll talk about tomorrow, and accelerated retirement. I got to close this Amazon vertical. Look at that, 68. I just keep clicking on it. It keeps going high. 68% profit in a day, $2,800 in one day since our solo Amazon brief yesterday. I'm going to close that one out. As a matter of fact, I got to go close it out because I have a 1 o'clock brief over at Timing Research, Trading Research. What is it? Stock options presenter day. So I guess I'm the options dude. I got to get over here and go get ready for this thing. So, all right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. And I'll see you for Wednesday's market intel brief tomorrow.